DJ So Lovely, or do you date black men, or I just wanted to
Hold on,
ask
let me pull that. Oh, damn.
Why?
because I feel like you have this almost a disdain towards black men, like almost like you know. I just don't feel like you on like I think Daryl mentioned earlier about black women being on code. I don't feel like you on code with black men. I feel like you out of touch with what they really want and what's really, really going on. And I feel like you choose because you're very smart. So you choose to ignore like what's in front of you. The issue at hand for us,
What's in front of me, sis?
because I believe that you get the shot for COVID? Did you get the
Sure
vaccine?
didn't.
Because a lot of people went and got the vaccine and said they're pro-choice, but then they turned around and got the jab. You just kind of seemed like one of those people to me. But that's neither
Well,
here.
you were wrong.
I just feel like the way that you come out here and your attitude towards black men and just coming together and being on code is such a divide in your voice. And I just honestly don't know where that comes from. Terminations were not a big deal and have never been a big deal in the black community. Black people are conservative by nature. We praise God harder than they praise God. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are
I don't.
conservative by nature. So I don't understand how you let their issues become our issues. And then it creates a divide between black men and women when it's not even about sex and it's not even about race. It's about economics. I don't understand how you don't see that.
Okay. You want me to explain to you what I see?
I'm all ears.
So, it's funny that you think that I have a disdain for black men when I'm simply matching energy up here. You have not heard anything that the black men have said that was disruptive, or you didn't think anything about what the black men had to say up here was abrasive towards black women and their lives and their bodily autonomy, and I'm simply just responding to that, and you're looking at that as something so negative when this man over in my left hand corner just basically said that any woman that gets an abortion should burn and encroach skin and burn again, but I'm the abrasive one. I think that that's really weird, and I don't know if you think you're confronting me, but as I said what I said, and what I said is I am for women having the right to choose. Period. It's nothing more, nothing less. I never blamed black men for anything. I was
Period.
simply responding to the issue brought up. One, and number two, I never brought up abortion. I actually just spoke about the election. I responded to abortion being brought on the table, and it's been a prevalent topic for everyone on this panel, not
Termination,
just
baby.
me. I'm simply I'm
Termination.
simply giving the other side because there's no other side being presented on this panel as it stands right now. So I don't know why you're taking that as something where you need to confront me on or ask me who I date. That's really kind of weird.
No,
But
that was just the energy that you're giving
you're
off.
actually
It wasn't a
completely wrong
confrontation.
about me. You're actually completely wrong about me. You don't know me, sis, respectfully. And if you're going to confront me and you think that I'm being divisive, I think you need to confront the whole panel.
Straight like that.
Well, I mean, the thing is that that's the to answer to respond to what you said, DJ, about the whole. I hope we keep that same energy. That's literally what men were told when we were complaining about court, when we were complaining about family law, the things that largely we were concerned about. Women came to us and said, if you don't like it, you got to go change it via the court or laws. So that's what men did. They went and voted their interest. And that's what's happening now. The men are voting their interests. And just so happened that their interests don't align with your interests. So it's not that they're voting against you, they're voting for them. So because a lot of women's number one issue was women's body autonomy, y'all feel like that black men and black men specifically are the enemy to y'all, as if we were the ones that would just, like, to trigger Mike's point, was in a room somewhere and was like, yeah, we got to vote against this deletion thing. That wasn't the case. We had a lot of black men voted against the Democratic Party, not necessarily for Trump, because we felt like we weren't being heard by the Democratic Party. So to sit here and say that it had anything to do with y'all or what y'all had going on is just simply not true. We just have our own thing that we're worried about. That's why I said that, hey, look, the reality is that you got to get out there and vote, and you got to win 60% of the state in the state, because that's what we're being told. If you don't like something, you got to get out there and make your voice heard.
I have a question for you, Sweeney, and
Go
I hear
ahead.
what you're saying. So you said that you think by not voting for you didn't vote for Trump, you just were against the Republicans. And do you realize that when you voted for Trump, that you are aligning with somebody that wishes to oppress
Let's talk.
Black and brown people? So you're not voting for Kamala, but you did vote for somebody that is a racist, that is a sexist, that is a I don't want to say a Zionist, what's the xenophobic.
Fallon.
And so do you think by voting for Trump that you as a Black man are voting in your best interest? Do you think that?
Let's say for the sake of argument that is absolutely true, right? That when I said that a lot of black men were voting against the Democratic Party, have it ever occurred to you that they were just trying to send a message? Hey, if you don't do what we want, you're gonna lose.
I want to take it a step further. When it comes to that sending a message, the message wasn't specifically solely black men. We want stuff for black men. Black men largely are thinking about how can we get in a position where we can have families or take care of those families. And a lot of the policies that the platform of the Democrats are running on is anti-family to the highest degree. It does not promote men and women in relationships. It does not promote black men and black women in relationships. It does not promote the birth of children and raising them in relationships. It's promoting LGBTQIA agendas. It's pushing a feminist culture, which at its core is going to keep families separated, because let's just say the Democrats were able to pass a law and make all women earn $1 million and all men earn $100,000. No families would be created based off of the ideology that my man needs to make more money than me. If we make less money by the way you set it up, we won't have families. Feminism didn't also push, all right, I make more money and I'm going to dedicate my money to my family the way a man typically would. It just said, I make more money and you need to make more as well. And that's not how an economy works. So if you promote non-heterosexual relationships, you're not promoting marriage, you're promoting baby deletion, and you're promoting a situation where women cannot exist with any type of hypergamy because the men are underneath the women. How do we even exist past that? We're participating in a soft genocide. We voted against all those things. We did not want to be represented that way. If you looked at the Democratic Party, the way that they structured men, all the men they pushed to the forefront was really sassy. And the black women they pushed to the forefront were wearing suits or dating white men.
Yep.
This is an issue. They are, and to be fair, I believe I had Trump derangement syndrome too. TDS or whatever they call it. I did, because I watched MSNBC with my grandma and them. I go over and check it out with her. I'll be on some super, all these white people racist, which a lot of them still is, most of them, But at the end of the day, I realized that MSNBC was complete liars. I talked about this before. When they anything they don't want, anything that black people do specifically for the promotion and upliftment of black people, they label it Russian bots, Russian propaganda. The Democrat Party is so removed from doing stuff specifically for black people that if somebody advocates for a policy, it's got to be from another country and a smear campaign. That's crazy when you think about it. So not only do all the other stuff I just listed, which we all know is their platform, make them anti-family, but when we try and advocate for things for us, they try and silence it and say it's just Russian propaganda that we want these things.
Joy Reid was a main contributor.
One of the worst propagandists. They lie nonstop. They'll take a clip of a statement, run an article, run a story, and then how you thinking Trump talking about putting guns to Liz Cheney head when the man simply was saying she promotes wars that she doesn't have to fight in. And if she did have guns pointed at her, she wouldn't be so quick to promote wars. But now they running ass talking about, yeah, we need to see, can we get him indicted for what he said? He threatened her and all that. Like, it's just crazy the way they lie. You can catch them in so many lies and they just run with it. They just run with it.
Yo, facts, Marcus.